Hello dear friends, today in this video I will show you how to search in a different way on PubMed. That's a more advanced and the best way to search on the PubMed. In my previous video I have shown you a simple way to search the PubMed, and I have also discussed the different options and filters and other things that you can customize and use while searching on the PubMed. In this video I will focus on a method known as the Boolean search. Boolean search is actually the very common and best and a systemic method of searching for literature review. What is Boolean? Actually, there are certain terms which are called as a Boolean operators. We use those Boolean operators to make our search very effective, efficient, and targeted. So what are those? There are actually three terms that we use. This is the PubMed, the search bar, and these terms are one Boolean operator is AND, another known as OR, and a third Boolean operator is NOT. So these three words AND, OR, NOT, these are known as the Boolean operators that we use in not only in PubMed but as well on other databases, and most of the databases they operate under these Boolean terms. Now see how to use these Boolean terms. For example, I'm searching for iron deficiency and heart failure and effects of epoetin. So I wish to see the effect of epoetin on iron deficiency, anemia, and heart failure as part of my research. So how would I search literature on PubMed for this topic? For example, so here I will use first my word, that is iron deficiency anemia. It is showing here, you can search. Now you can use the, for example, I wish to use, you will use AND. You will use a Boolean term known as here with iron deficiency anemia. You will use the Boolean term known as AND, and then we will write. Actually, what these Boolean terms do, these Boolean terms actually either separate two different terms, search terms, or which are known as keywords. It separates two different keywords like this: iron deficiency anemia and heart failure. These are two different keywords, so we will separate them with AND, and then I will use AND in a third term, that was epoetin. So here you can see I have used the AND to separate the one keyword from other. Now how to use OR? OR means, OR is used for alternate. There are different terms for a single disease, for a single theme. For example, iron deficiency anemia, heart failure. But heart failure is not only the word that we use for this particular term. What I can do to further optimize my search, I will use OR. Or I can use the common abbreviation of the heart failure, HF, because many studies use this term HF. So I have, with heart failure, I have put OR and given another search term for heart failure that is common. Then I can use another OR and use another key term, that is cardiac failure. The purpose of this OR is to add as many similar key terms as possible to make your search engine more active, so that you don't miss the potential studies. Because iron deficiency anemia is usually known as iron deficiency. Now, there are very not much alternate terms used for iron deficiency, so I didn't use the OR here. But for heart failure, there are different terms: heart failure, HF, or cardiac failure. For example, this is a epoetin. Other terms, okay, could be, they are known as erythropoiesis stimulating agents. These epoetin and other drugs in this class, they are the agents which stimulate the erythropoiesis in the body to treat this anemia, usually which is called in chronic kidney diseases, certain patients who are on immunosuppressant drugs or other conditions. So in many literature they are also known as ESA, that's the erythropoietic stimulating agent. So, and third Boolean term is NOT. NOT means when you further wish to specify your search keywords and you do not wish to add a certain term. For example, here for example, I wish to see heart failure but not the heart failure due to anemia. So what I can do, I can put a term not here after ISA, not anemic failure, because I not searching for anemia related heart failure. So you can this term not, and it will specify the, it will not include these anemic heart failure and failure due to anemia. You can go for search and see this. And once you are using a search strategy, it will be not the one, you will use multiple search strategies again and again until you find a suitable search strategy. And see here, this I can select it all. For example, I am selecting this all, not this all, but I only wish to select this. See, I just wish to, I have selected this whole. You will use copy and paste this whole search term in your Word document or list it to for later use in your paper. So see, it is showing me some results here, 6,000 results. It is showing me 6,000 results from 1935 to 2024. For example, I wish to see only from past 10 years, say. So from 2014, say 2015 to 2024, and this result had reduced to 4. You know what I can do, I can modify this term, and for example, say I do not wish to use this, I want to remove this anemic failure from here. I can simply remove it from here and do not include this anemic failure, and now search this. Okay, so this is a refined search strategy, and see, there are the results. So here you can use this time, and I can use another term. For example, I'm using this okay, very good example. I want to see the effect of semaglutide, a new weight lowering drug which is a GLP-1 antagonist in type 2 diabetes mellitus and heart failure, say. So I'm writing one keyword is type 2 diabetes mellitus. Now there are many acronyms, abbreviations of type 2 diabetes mellitus are commonly used in literature, so I wish to optimize and use all those. So I will use the Boolean term or and put another key term, that is T2DM. T2DM is a commonly used short form abbreviation. So with the key this Boolean or, I have used both these terms for type 2 and other or for say example, and I wish to see another term now rarely used but it is used in old literature, that is a insulin independent. This is not a insulin dependent. Type 1 is insulin dependent diabetes, so type 2 is insulin independent diabetes mellitus, say for example. Now so I have completed my one keyword, that is for different terms I've used for a single entity, that is a type 2 diabetes. Now I can use and to introduce another key term, that is that term is known as heart failure. Heart failure is a separate key term. Here I will write it. Now I will write other alternates for heart failure, and with operator or and I word HF. And now I wish to introduce another keyword, that is semaglutide drug, semaglutide, and I will use or to put GLP-1 RA receptor agonist. This is the term commonly used. And see, I want to see only the type 2 diabetes, heart failure and semaglutide correlation. So and do not wish type 1 diabetes to appear, and I do not want studies who mention type 1 diabetes. So I just specifically looking for type 2. So what I will do, I will introduce the boolean operator not, and then after that I will add a third key term, that is not means I do not wish to include type 1 diabetes studies. So you can, with not, you will include all the terms with type 1 diabetes. Now not is separating the semaglutide from type 1 diabetes. I've separated it with not because I do not want to see this type 1 diabetes results. And you can use multiple themes for type 1 diabetes with the boolean operator or. Now here I will use T1DM and other or, and I will see insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, and now you will search it. See, it is giving me how much results. It's showing me more than 100,000, yes, more than 1 lakh results. So there are too many results. What I can do here, obviously it is showing results from 1946. I do not wish results from 1946. Semaglutide is a very new drug, so I only wish to see the result from last 5 years. So what I will do, either I can move time filter from here, one filter, so time filter. I've only used the studies from 2018. So see, from 1,14,000 it has reduced to 22,000 results. It still wants to narrow it down. Say for example I wish to see only from last 3 years, so only 12,000 results. And now what I will do, for example, I'm only looking at trials. I'm only looking for trials. There are not so many results with glutide, obviously, this semaglutide obviously. So I want to see RCTs. I only wish to see randomized controlled trials of this semaglutide interaction with type 2 diabetes and heart failure, and see only 523 results. Now you can easily look into these 523 results and optimize your search. So this was the use of Boolean. I hope that you must have understood the use of these Boolean operators. Thank you.